Did you know that the average person has between 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts a day? Yet, most of these thoughts are scattered and unorganized. In fact, studies show that 90% of people struggle to turn their ideas into action because they can't keep track of them. It's no surprise that many of us feel overwhelmed by our own creativity. But what if there was a simple way to organize all these thoughts and turn them into something powerful? Imagine having the ability to solve problems with ease, connect ideas you never thought were related, and boost your creativity instantly. Sounds like a superpower, right? Here's the secret: mind mapping. It's a game-changing tool used by geniuses like Einstein and Da Vinci, yet so many people overlook it. Mind maps help you organize your thoughts visually, making complex problems easier to solve. In this video, you'll learn how to use mind maps to unlock your problem-solving genius, tap into hidden creativity, and start thinking like the greats. Stay tuned as we dive into the amazing strategies that will not only improve your creativity but also set you on a path to future-proofing your ideas. You won't want to miss this. Chapter 1. The art of mapping your brain. Mind mapping isn't just about drawing pretty pictures on paper. It's about harnessing the power of your brain's natural ability to make connections. You see, our brains are wired to think in patterns. According to a study by the University of California, our minds naturally create associations between ideas, even when we're unaware of it. Mind mapping is a tool that helps bring these connections to light. By laying out ideas visually, you allow your brain to see relationships it may have missed in a traditional list. The beauty of mind maps is in their freedom. Unlike a linear outline, mind maps can grow organically. You start with a central idea, and from there, your mind freely branches out, creating new pathways. This freedom boosts creativity. Research from Psychology Today suggests that nonlinear thinking, like mind mapping, activates the brain's creative areas more than traditional methods like writing down a list. The most important part is the central idea, or core concept. Everything stems from this. Think of it as the seed. Without it, a mind map has no direction. When you pick a problem to solve, ask yourself, what's at the heart of it? You want to capture that essence before diving into possible solutions. This central idea will help anchor your thoughts and prevent you from wandering too far off track. Don't just focus on solving problems. Use your mind map to generate new questions. What if this problem wasn't a problem at all? What if you could look at it from a different angle? Mind maps help you see your challenges from different perspectives. The ability to ask better questions can lead to more innovative solutions. In addition to promoting creative thinking, mind mapping can help reduce overwhelm. Studies show that when we feel overloaded, it's hard to think clearly. But mind maps let you break down complex issues into bite-sized pieces. Instead of facing a mountain of ideas, you're looking at manageable steps. It's like turning a huge jigsaw puzzle into smaller, more manageable sections. Chapter 2. From chaos to clarity. Transform your messy ideas. Have you ever had a moment where your thoughts feel like a storm inside your head? One minute you have a million ideas, and the next, they're all jumbled together. This chaotic thinking can actually be a sign of creativity. Albert Einstein once said, "The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination." Mind maps take this chaotic creativity and turn it into a structured approach that makes sense. Think of it like decluttering your mind. When you write things down in a linear list, it's easy to forget key details or lose track of important thoughts. But a mind map lays it all out in front of you. You get to see everything at once. You can zoom in on details or zoom out to get the big picture. Another thing that mind maps excel at is helping you stay focused. You won't get lost in your thoughts because you've mapped out your ideas visually. Studies have shown that visual aids can improve memory retention by 65%. That's huge. With mind mapping, you're not just writing things down, you're engaging with them on a deeper level. Breaking down a problem into branches isn't just about organization, it's about perspective. When you're overwhelmed with a big challenge, it's easy to miss small but crucial details. Mind maps help you slow down and focus on each piece individually. Once you tackle one small section, the next becomes easier. Imagine trying to solve a huge problem without any structure, like trying to bake a cake without following a recipe. Chaos. But with mind mapping, you create your own recipe for success. You don't just throw ingredients together and hope for the best. You follow a path, step by step, to reach your goal. This chapter is about embracing the process of simplification. You can't solve a complex problem by thinking in a complex way. To find clarity, you have to strip away the unnecessary noise. Mind maps help you do just that. They give you a clear path forward. Chapter 3. Think like a genius. Break down complex problems with ease. Do you ever look at a complex problem and feel paralyzed? That feeling of overwhelm is something we all face. But it doesn't have to stop you. The truth is, breaking down problems is a skill, and mind mapping is one of the best ways to master it. Brené Brown, in her book Dare to Lead, talks about how vulnerability and breaking down challenges are essential to growth. Mind mapping embraces this idea, as it encourages you to be vulnerable with your thoughts and dissect them. Start by breaking your problem into manageable pieces. The key to solving complex problems is identifying the core components. Mind maps help you uncover these essential parts. You could have a big problem like, how do I improve my business? And break it down into smaller branches like marketing, customer service, and product development. From there, you create sub-branches for each one, diving deeper into each area. This method of breaking things down is called chunking. According to cognitive load theory, when we chunk information, our brains are better able to process it. By grouping related ideas together, you free up space in your brain to focus on the most important issues. It's like packing a suitcase. You want to organize your clothes in a way that makes sense so you can find what you need without digging through a mess. Mind mapping also helps with prioritization. When you have all your ideas laid out, it's easier to see which ones need immediate attention and which can wait. You're not just solving problems, you're being strategic. According to Harvard Business Review, the best leaders use strategies like this to identify what really matters and move forward with confidence. But mind maps do more than help you prioritize. They help you visualize multiple solutions at once. Instead of being stuck with one idea, you can see alternatives and explore them simultaneously. It's like having multiple doors open, each leading to a different opportunity. The best part about this strategy is that it doesn't just apply to business problems. It works for personal challenges, too. From organizing your schedule to figuring out how to navigate a personal project, mind maps give you a framework for approaching anything that feels too big to tackle. So, next time you're facing a huge problem, remember to break it down. Take that big, scary idea and transform it into a series of smaller, easier to manage pieces. With mind mapping, you'll not only solve problems, you'll become the kind of person who sees challenges as opportunities to grow. If you're enjoying these strategies, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You won't want to miss the next chapters on how mind maps can boost your creativity and help you future-proof your ideas. Chapter 4. Visualize your victory. Mapping the path to success. When you're tackling a problem, it's easy to get stuck in the weeds. You might be so focused on the details that you lose sight of the bigger picture. That's where mind maps can help. They allow you to visualize your entire process, from start to finish. Instead of just solving the problem in front of you, you're mapping out the path to success, every step of the way. Mind mapping works wonders for goal setting. Brian Tracy, in his book Goals: How to Get Everything You Want, Faster Than You Ever Thought Possible, emphasizes how visualizing your goals can dramatically improve your ability to achieve them. With mind maps, you're not just writing down a vague goal like, become successful. You're breaking it down into specific, actionable steps. You're turning your dream into a detailed roadmap. Creating a mind map for success also helps you identify potential obstacles early. By branching out from each goal, you can predict challenges and come up with strategies to overcome them before they become roadblocks. According to Psychology Today, anticipating obstacles makes you 50% more likely to achieve your goals, as you're prepared to handle setbacks. One powerful technique is to use a future map. This is a type of mind map where you visually lay out your long-term vision and work backward to figure out what needs to happen in the short term to get there. This strategy not only keeps you focused but also makes the journey feel less overwhelming. Instead of thinking, "How will I ever get there?" you can see the clear steps that lead to your success. What's more, by mapping out your goals and the steps to achieve them, you create a visual affirmation of your potential. This technique taps into the power of the law of attraction. By constantly reinforcing your goals through a mind map, you're telling your brain, "This is the path I'm on, and I'm going to succeed." This mental reinforcement can significantly boost your confidence and motivation. Chapter 5. Unlock hidden connections. How mind maps spark creative ideas. Sometimes the best ideas come from unexpected places. And mind maps are a perfect tool to help uncover those hidden gems. You might think your ideas are unrelated, but once you start drawing a mind map, you'll begin to see patterns and connections you didn't notice before. According to the Creative's Guide to Mind Mapping, this process is rooted in the brain's associative thinking. Our brains are constantly making connections, but we often overlook them. Mind maps bring those connections to the surface. When you visually arrange ideas, you're giving your brain the space to link together seemingly unrelated concepts. Try using a technique called branching out. Start with one central idea and then allow yourself to branch off in unexpected directions. Follow each branch wherever it leads you, without worrying if it feels unrelated at first. You'll be amazed at how many creative connections emerge when you give yourself the freedom to explore. Mind maps also work well for overcoming creative blocks. If you're stuck, take a break and start mapping out your thoughts. This will shift your focus away from the pressure to be creative and allow your brain to start making new connections. In fact, the Harvard Business Review reports that taking breaks and allowing your brain to wander often leads to creative insights. Another interesting strategy is the reverse map. This technique involves mapping out the opposite of your current problem or goal. For example, if your goal is to increase sales, you could create a reverse map of everything that would make sales decrease. This reverse thinking can help you spot gaps and opportunities you might have missed otherwise. Mind maps can also act as a creativity journal. By revisiting your maps regularly, you'll find that your brain naturally refines and connects your ideas further. Each time you look at your mind map, you'll see it from a new perspective, adding more depth and creativity to the original concept. Chapter 6. Future-proof your creativity. Using mind maps for long-term innovation. Mind maps don't just solve problems, they prepare you for future success. One of the most underrated benefits of mind mapping is its ability to future-proof your creativity. When you plan for the future using mind maps, you're essentially creating a blueprint for long-term growth. Innovation isn't about coming up with a one-time idea. It's about consistently refining your thinking and adapting to change. Clayton Christensen, in his book The Innovator's Dilemma, writes about how companies can fail by not adapting to disruptive innovation. Using mind maps regularly helps you stay ahead of the curve and continuously evolve your approach to problems. Mind maps are also a great way to track progress over time. For example, you can create a mind map for a project and add branches that represent milestones. As you hit each milestone, you update your map with new achievements. This allows you to see how far you've come, which can be a great motivator. In addition to tracking progress, mind maps help you stay flexible. By continuously adapting your maps, you stay agile. This is crucial in today's fast-paced world, where change happens rapidly. In fact, McKinsey & Company has shown that companies that prioritize flexibility and adaptability are 33% more likely to outperform their competitors. Another way mind maps future-proof your creativity is by encouraging lifelong learning. As you encounter new information, you can incorporate it into your existing mind maps. This constant evolution allows you to build on your knowledge without starting from scratch. It also helps you stay relevant in an ever-changing world. Mind maps aren't just a tool for now, they're a tool for growth. By using them to track trends, analyze patterns, and plan for future opportunities, you ensure that you're always thinking ahead. It's like having a crystal ball that shows you a clear path to success, no matter what the future holds. If you found these strategies helpful, Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for even more tips on unlocking your creative potential. Let's keep the creative journey going.